All right, I'm so angry and frustrated right now. um, I came across a revelation that the same jackasses that are behind shelter doors are the same jackasses that's in the real world. Okay, if I get fired or terminated or resigned or whatever, or thrown out of a shelter, it's all the same. These people are, and the reason I'm mentioning this is just because the amount of stupidity that I've seen over the past 2 days and the insults to my intelligence and me trying to be nice is doing nothing but getting me running circles. Okay, first I called the hotline. When I called the hotline, the lady said, "Oh, you did it the right way. This is the way you're supposed to do it." And then she says, "You have to do it. You have to call in here in order to, I guess, get referred or whatever the shit." And that is not true. You know what I'm saying? Had I been green and I had never been there before, maybe I would have felt that way. That yes, you have to get referred. But I think that's their way of tracking the number of homeless or whatever. Okay, so that pissed me off. Because she lied. And then not only did she lie, but she made up other lies to substantiate your lie. And she caused a big conversation just to try to prove her lie. When I told her, well, and I didn't just up and say, well, that's not true. What I said to her was, there's like 50 to 100 homeless people out there. And all of those 50 to 100 homeless people did not call in for your referral line. And they're still seen. As a matter of fact, the other day I didn't call in for your referral line. And I was still seen. So why are you telling people stuff like that? Some people don't have phones and they're breaking in there, bending over backwards, trying to call in. People don't have resources like that. You telling them some bullshit? And I was like, where does this information go? Because she wants your name and your social security number. Oh, well, this is a reputable business. So what? I worked at telemarketing companies that are listed as a reputable business, and they're scams. You don't know where the information is going, but that wasn't the point. You just don't know where it's going. You don't know where the hell it's going, but instead of just saying you don't know, she's like, oh, well, you're familiar with Broward County, right? It's Broward. Yeah, okay, great. But you don't know where it's going, but if you think about it, it's probably going to whatever their statistics for homeless databases and bullshit like that. So, okay, so that's one. So I could put on this referral line, hopefully, so that I could be given some type of preferential treatment. You get the preferred beds first, whatever. So call the referral line. They have my social security number, whatever, somewhere. Then I go to the place. They give me number 5. Like, it really made a difference? No, it didn't make a difference. They still try to send me out the box somewhere. And I'm like, okay, that pissed me off. Then I was just like, well, I called the referral line. Why did that happen? Oh, all those other ladies have already been to these places like 3 days in a row. Probably isn't going to do it. Did you check the system? And then the black lady that was there the whole time, she had like this icy real attitude. And I think it's because maybe the first day the melody administrator was nice to me. You know what I'm saying? So she had a nasty little attitude or whatever. And the other day, when she was doing mine, there was some white girl like standing over her, intimidating her, looking over her shoulder at the computer, And so then I'm supposed to have those people back there. And I'm assuming that they know this. So I'm just like, hey, somebody's trying to get your attention so that she'll see her and tell her she can't stand over there. Okay? Now, and then, so today I was just like, well, let me just let them know at least, are you checking the system to make sure that all these other people that are going over have referrals? What do you do? Have to stand by? It's just preferential treatment. Oh, we have to invite you for a standby. Okay. And then, when I said, and I just wanted to remind you, sometimes if you see people standing on the other side for confidentiality, you might want to ask them not to stand there because they're reading the information. Oh, they can't see through the glass. I said, well, no, the girl was there the other day and she was reading my information off of the screen. Okay? And then she was just like, oh, no, she wasn't, because this is a military computer. This is a military computer. She can't see anything on the screen. And I'm just like, that's, in my mind, I'm like, that's the biggest crock of bullshit. Hey, how you doing? The biggest crock of, you know what, that I've ever heard. So I'm like, well, I said, really, you know, I think she can. Let me look over there and see if I can see through that window, and I'll tell you. And she's like, well, no, she was about to say, I can't let you do that because you might see the information. But then she caught herself, you know, what information? Because that woman, she's pretty, but she is just about as ghetto and as nasty as can be. So she was about to say, no, because you can't see the information. But she was just like, okay, go ahead. So I went over there, and she had it on the home screen. I was like, I can see everything that's on that screen, you know? And it's just so sad. I mean, I'm never, you know, I gotta like find me a good job immediately, and I gotta keep, even when I'm working, keep looking and keep looking and keep looking. You know, I'm gonna give myself kind of, you know, a little leave on this because, you know, I let my heart talk first. I went home to try to see my mom, and, you know, it didn't come out as planned, so I left not only with no money, but with no motivation, you know, and that put me back for a month and a half. But I gotta fight hard to try to, you know, keep looking for jobs. No more. I don't have anybody to worry about, nobody to love, nobody to care for, nobody to impress. It's just about me making my bills and getting my shit done. And you know, that's it. You know, me getting a decent place and never looking at that homeless shit again. Because when you're there, it's like when you're in the regular world, people can be fucked up and do fucked up shit, and at least you feel like you might have, at least you can speak out on it. But when you're in that situation, you put yourself under somebody else's authorization, and you're enslaving yourself, imprisoning yourself to all that stupid bullshit, you know. And that's not gonna work. That's not gonna fly. I still gotta get my stuff. Me and my shopping cart here. No shopping, but but my cart, my bag. But I still gotta get my stuff out because, you know, rats and shit like that. But no, I gotta make some moves again. Ooh, the dogs are coming to me. But again, I mean, no emotions, just going through the actions of getting shit done. It's so funny, this dog has gotten so old he can't even bark anymore. I don't like to speak to these dogs though because I don't like their owner. So he can't even, I don't know if y'all can hear him. That's his bark. I don't know if he got, I see you, baby. I see you. I see you. You doing good? Yeah, I see you. I see you, honey. I see you. Oh, poor thing. And then there's usually another one that comes like he's real aggressive and loud. But they did something to him where they tamed him down a whole lot. So he's only partially as aggressive and loud now. So, yeah. He's not here. He used to greet me all the time. So anyways, yeah, I need to find out about some boxes and get that bag and get to doing what I've been doing all day and all night because, you know, I got to make some shit happen. If you want stuff to happen, you got to make it happen. Fuck the emotions. Oh, and I didn't mention to you, there was this girl that, from the first time I went through the homeless process, it was absolutely horrible. Like, it was absolutely horrible. Like, I got bullied so much. It was just unbelievable. And, the amount of bullying that I got, like I said, was just unbelievable. And, I mean, it was just really horrible. Now, I'm going to talk about the one with the girl from BLC. She was just like, she just woke up one day and I wasn't there, and she came to me like it was all buddy friendly. And at that place I had asked permission to go to a church. I had gotten permission from the assistant director, and you know, the case manager was like, yeah, after you finish this, that, and the other, the director was like, after you finish this, that, and the other, you should have it. he's already talked to the case manager. When it got to that point, the case manager wasn't happy that I was happy with it, and he didn't want me to go to church. So that was cut. And then the assistant director was like, well, I gave him permission to. Then he trumped the assistant director and contacted the director. And then the director had me put out for no reason. She just said, but anyways, but this girl was an issue, but I'm going to do what I got to do.